Well, this isn't going to be the best YouTube video I've ever made. So, doing this video on skinning and gutting a rattlesnake that I caught in my backyard. Somehow my SD card messed up. I had to format it, and it deleted half the video. So, basically I'm just going to explain the process. So, you end up getting a rattlesnake, right? Now, there's two ways to kill a rattlesnake. Well, there's actually more than two ways. There's quite a few ways. But my two methods are either a shovel, if I catch it in my backyard, chop its head off, or I'll just catch it, throw it in a snake bag, throw it in the freezer if I want to keep the head on it, which I normally don't like to do because skinning a rattlesnake that way can be dangerous, because even though it's dead, it still has venom, and those teeth, its fangs, are like hypodermic needles. So you slip and you hit the fang, it's a done deal. You're gonzo. But you can always pull the fangs out. They're going to have more than two fangs, just FYI. They do shed their fangs as well, so be aware of that. So basically, the first method is if you cut the head off. Alright, you flip it over, and starting from the neck all the way down, use a sharp pair of scissors or a knife and just cut straight down the middle of the belly scales. Straight down the middle, straight as you can get it. All the way down to the rattle. Just leave, I'd say, a 1/4 inch of skin to the rattle. So don't cut a 1/4 inch to the rattle. Then just work your way around the neck, pull it down, and pull the skin all the way down, nice and gentle like. Once you get to the tail, there's going to be a section where the skin's not going to want to pull anymore. So at that point, you're going to want to take it very slow, because the skin will rip off the rattle. If you don't plan on keeping the rattle, then that's fine. You don't have to keep the rattle. But in that portion, I like to use a knife, and I just go real slow and skin as close to the rattle as I can. And then I'll just cut off the rest of the meat at that point. That way the rattle stays attached. The second method, if you want to keep the head, is you're going to slit all the way up to the jaw, and then you're just going to cut around the head, and then peel the skin that way. To remove the guts, it's almost like gutting a fish. So basically you're going to grab the esophagus and you're going to just pull it, and everything is going to come out as you pull on the esophagus. All the guts, everything's going to come out all the way down to the tail. So yeah, it's really easy to skin a rattlesnake, to skin any snake actually. And then what I like to do is, especially if I'm out and I kill a rattlesnake and I'm not by the house, I'll grab a stick after I skin it and I'll roll it up so it stays tight. I'll put some salt on it until I can get it on ice. Also rolling it up, like I'll use, I think I showed this in the second part of the video, but I'll use something around like this. And when I roll the skin, I make sure the skin gets flat. So the scales have a tendency on the edges to roll over, and you don't want that. You want the skin to lay flat. So as you're rolling it, roll it nice and tight. You can stretch the skin. It'll actually make the snake longer. It'll make it wider as well. And just make sure that those scales are laying flat around whatever you're rolling it on. And then just throw it in the freezer. And then once you have your solution mixed up, 50-50 glycerin and 90 proof isopropyl alcohol, you just drop it in there, shake it twice a day. But there's nothing to it. Anyone can do it if you have the guts to kill a rattlesnake, if you get close enough to kill one. But yeah, it takes a little bit of a different breed to get close to rattlesnakes and to catch rattlesnakes and things like that. But I don't recommend you doing it. But if you do try it, that's a couple ways you could skin them. So yeah. Hope you enjoy the second part of the video. All that portion is just showing a fleshed out rattlesnake skin. But yeah, if you have any questions, you need a rattlesnake recipe, anything like that, just go ahead and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so I got this all fleshed out all the way down. There's all the flesh I got off there. Well, the step next is to get little jar. Like I said, 50-50 isopropyl alcohol, 90 proof, and some glycerin. Give it a good shake. Just like that. And next thing I'm going to do is I am going to try to roll this flat again. Well, as flat as I can get it, I should say. Because once it's done, I'm going to just roll it up to let it dry so it dries flat. And then I'll probably mount this guy. Now, if you don't want glycerin and stuff getting in your rattles, you can actually pop these rattles off. On this last rattle, you just gently pry it out from here. But for me, I don't care if they rattle, because it's going to be mounted anyways. I'll give it another shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your solution. Just like that. Man, it's a little small of a jar. Let's see. Oh yeah. He said it's gonna spill all over the place. I put too much in. There you go. You can get your lid on there nice and tight because isopropyl does evaporate. And just like that. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna store it for 7 days. And twice a day you're going to shake it. So before you leave for work, shake it. When you get home, shake it. Let it sit for 7 days. After that 7 days, you can pull it out. Get yourself something around, even a stick will work. Roll it up so it sits nice and flat. Let it dry out for a few days. Unravel it and mount it. Or do whatever you're going to do with it, whether you're making a belt or a hat band or whatever you're gonna do. But that is how you prep your snake skin. You can gut it, cook it, whatever you want to do with it. It's your snake. Now normally in the wild, 9 times out of 10 I'll let these guys go unless they try to bite me. So this year I actually blew one in half with my shotgun because I stepped over a bush and it bit me. So I shot it. It was pretty close to a hiking trail, so I shot it. Didn't leave much of the snake, but yeah. This one happened to be in the backyard, so 10 out of 10, I'm going to kill it if it's on my property. Because I have dogs, I have kids running around, and the last thing I want is for one of them to get bit. Last year, both my dogs ended up getting bit by a baby rattlesnake. One was a $3,000 vet bill. The other one, luckily, I think was a dry bite. He just swelled up a little bit, but he survived without any medical treatment. So be safe out there, guys, especially hiking around. You never know when you're gonna step on this, and the last thing you want to hear is a rattle. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, if you want a rattlesnake recipe, let me know. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey,